I met with Kerry and Nina. Kerry just took me through some of the basic stretching. Being a perfectionist does go hand in hand with procrastination. So if you can't see something being perfect, you tend to just avoid it altogether. The perfectionist in me would be like, start running, start doing chin-ups, power walking. I was knackered. Well, to be honest, actually, I could tell that I would have been knackered had I the ability to do more of it. But my shin was absolutely killing me. In like 30 strides, my shin. So it's just me not using... It'd be a lot cooler if you did. That's a text message from Kerry. Aww. Stretch out before you settle for the night. Thanks, Kerry, I will. And here I am, sat down. Then we bumped into Jose and Rafa and went for a coffee, and I got soy milk because I'm also very conscious of the fact that the milk is what adds all the calories in those drinks. And what I really love more than anything is the fact that I'm actually thinking about it. Because if I'm being honest, for the last few years, I haven't really been in agony over my weight. They do say ignorance is bliss. So, and it is. I was quite happy just doing what I wanted. The problem is that you can't. You can't afford to. This is another thing that I've not really gone into so far on the my new lifestyle. These are not actually mine. I've stolen these out of my mother's drawer. Fuma Mata. Smoking kills. I did have a dream. I had another dream the other evening, and my gran was in it. My gran has passed away a few years ago now, and I will say I 100%, without a doubt, believe that if you dream of somebody who has passed to spirit, I fully believe that that means that they are there and they've come to visit you. So I was just hanging out in dreamland with my gran for a bit. There was quite a few different things that went on, but one of the kind of the visuals that really retained with me is that I was in her house, and my gran was very much she was very house proud, and her house was always spotless. And when we went inside, her house was covered in what I first thought was dust. Anyway, she starts tidying, and then I'm like, oh, I'll help you out there, Gran. So I'm helping her away, and then on closer inspection, I realise, you move the chairs, you look on the shelves, it isn't actually dust, it's ash. And, I mean, what must have been thousands of cigarette butts. Like, I'd move a chair and there were cigarette butts on the floor. And all the cigarette butts were all licorice paper stubs. So I smoke tobacco, rolling tobacco, and yep, I put them in licorice papers with a menthol tip. Yeah, so it wasn't quite difficult for me to look at the symbolism there. Because the house I didn't get a positive feel with it. It was a negative feel, and the fact that it was littered with that, I think the message is pretty clear on that one. So I am aware that smoking as well is something that has to go. Bloody hell. One woman, so many vices. If you're on a lifestyle change, I hope it's going good. If you're thinking about doing it, then I highly recommend it. You're worth it. And if you are struggling and you just can't seem to get into it, like I say, just ride it out, and your time will come. And here's a new one. If you are overweight but you feel comfortable with yourself and you're comfortable with your body, by all means, you only got one life. So, just be happy. But I do let my body hold me back. I do live in my safe harbour, and I probably use it as a tool to keep people away. Not friends, but, you know, I don't really want to go into this right now. But I do use it as a safety blanket. And I don't, you know, life's too short. Kadiba zabiba zaviva da beaver. That is not how you say it. It is a Spanish saying, which I can't remember how to say it or pronounce it, but it was on the film Strictly Ballroom. A life lived in fear is a life half lived. And by the way, in my last week 1 reflections, when I talked about fear setting in, obviously the fear that I was talking about is fear of failure, because I have failed on many diets. If I fail this time, then it is just extremely public. But to be honest, there's no really... As long as you have that commitment to yourself and you actually love yourself and you're trying to, you know, be healthy and it is a life change, then really, in some respects, as long as you don't give up on yourself, there's really no chance of failure. Because last night I had a 2-finger Kit Kat and 10 giant Cadbury's buttons. Not 10 packets, just 10 buttons. And that is the first time since being on my diet that I have eaten anything that is not a diet variety. So if I've had a chocolate bar, it's been Weight Watchers, same with crisps. So that was the first time that I've had what I'd like to call the cheap food. And I did feel a little bit thingy about it, but I wouldn't normally have that in my house anyway. It's literally because I am at my mother's cat sitting and she's got a drawer full of Cadbury's, and I just ended up having it. I was a little bit bored last night, to be fair. So yeah. But I got up this morning and I had my sunflash shake, and I've been out, I've done my exercise, and yeah, stay committed, eliminate failure, over and out.